Well, I feel like it's definitely more healthy than like most painkillers like Vicodin and stuff to try to deal with that type of stuff.
For medicinal, people need it, then they should have it. For recreational, until there's a way for them to, like for people driving under the influence, they need to figure out a way they're able to test that. Other than that, I think it should be allowed.
I feel like that it should be legalized for medical purposes, only because there are actual reasons why people would need it medically. Recreationally, I just don't really believe it should be available like everyone if they actually medically need it.
I think it should be legalized for both purposes.
I think I'm okay with medical. I'm not too sure about recreational because I feel like there's not a lot of like research into what it can do to a person.
I mean, I'm not opposed to it. I don't understand why someone would be.
I'm for it. I think that it could be really beneficial to decriminalize it because a lot of people are like in prison right now for that, and it's like really kind of a minor offense in terms of like other issues. And I think a tax could really help also to like benefit the government.
I think marijuana should be legal, medical, or recreational because if it's not harming anyone else, people should have the right to choose individually what they want to do with their bodies. So,
I believe there's nothing wrong with legalizing marijuana, whether it be recreational or medical use.
I think the prohibition of marijuana to start off with was a policy that wasn't enacted for morality or health purposes, but to ensure the safety of certain corporate profits. So I think that to literally ruin people's lives because they're smoking the wrong plant, so that pharmaceutical companies, lumber companies, and other corporations that would have something to lose from legalization and mass production of marijuana, I think it's immoral that it's prohibited to begin with.
There's no compelling reason why the state shouldn't make it legal. So in reality, I think that criminalizing marijuana does more harm than good, in that it sends more people to jail for lesser drug charges, and the fact that the state resources could be used somewhere else.
Currently, I think it should be a state's issue, which is what it is. Personally, it doesn't really matter to me what people do with their own bodies, so they should be free to do what they please as long as it's not harming other people.
Well, I feel like it's a policy that's probably not going to change under him. I don't know. I don't see the point in keeping it illegal personally, but like, I don't know.
I have no idea what the marijuana rules are in New Jersey, other than them being illegal.
I think the way it is right now is perfect.
I'm not 100% sure what his public policy is.
I haven't really followed it, so I don't really know.
Christy is lame.
So to my knowledge, the policy right now is that it's illegal, except there are medical reasons that it could be legal. I definitely agree with the medical aspect of it, but in terms of being illegal, like I think it should be legalized with a tax.
I feel like the policy under Chris Christie is too strict. I think that it should be legal for those who want to partake in it. They should have their own choice in the matter.
I believe right now it is only for medical use, and I believe it's fine now, but it should definitely try to legalize it for recreational use as well.
I feel like the legalization of medical marijuana was a step in the right direction, but our medical marijuana policies in New Jersey are still not the best. For example, special interest groups such as organizations around lupus, the disease lupus, the Tourette Syndrome Association, and other neurological conditions have not been approved for medical use, and they would really help a lot of those people. So overall, I think it's a step in the right direction. I think once we get our current governor out, we'll have full recreational marijuana too.
Alright, well, Chris Christie has made it clear that he doesn't support the legalization of marijuana to any degree. So I'd be inclined to disagree with him there, in that he's trying to claim marijuana, he's trying to claim the usage of marijuana as a crime, when in reality probably shouldn't be, and every scientific study points to the fact that it probably shouldn't be.
I think it's good that he recently allowed veterans suffering from PTSD to have access to medical marijuana, but beyond that, I really don't know a whole lot about his policy.
Let me stop you there, Josh. No, I don't.
I don't.
Not right now.
I do not.
Phil Murphy.
I do not know any of the names of the candidates, but I'm looking forward to the election.
No, I don't know any of the candidates running.
I don't know anybody that's running this coming election.
I do not know any of the gubernatorial candidates.
Yeah, so the Democrat, I don't know their names. I know the Democratic guy has a lot of experience in, I think he was a Goldman Sachs person, or at least some sort of like financial banking person. The Republican nomination, I'm not quite sure. I feel like Kim Gwandango is probably going to get it.
I do not know any of them currently, and I'm pretty sure a majority of them haven't declared their candidacy yet.
Well, it's not as important as some other policies, maybe, but I don't know. I guess I'm honestly not going to pay attention to it.
It doesn't really have an effect on me personally.
Plays a role.
I think it's fairly important because that typically shows whether or not they're like conservative or liberal, and that's important to me, but it's not the most important issue that I would consider.
Does it factor in your vote?
I think it would.
I wouldn't say too important, but I mean, I definitely would look at it because to me it's important that it's legal medically at least.
So it would play a factor.
Yeah.
I guess it's pretty important.
Would you say if one candidate's view, would that change your vote?
Nah.
It's definitely not the most important issue, but it is definitely an issue I will be considering.
Personally, it's not very important. It really won't have a factor in my vote.
I believe it will have some kind of say on if I vote for him or not, but I'm not 100% sure. I have to look at more.
It's definitely going to factor in. I would not put it as a top priority for the issues that I'm going to be looking at for these candidates, but it's definitely something that I will strongly consider. For example, if there's a progressive candidate that wants to reinstate the prohibition of marijuana, they're not going to be.
I don't think I'm inclined to sign my ballot on a singular issue, but I think that if I had to weigh all of the issues, it would be higher up there than a lot of other issues, but it wouldn't be the highest priority.
It doesn't really matter to me personally and would have no effect